What brand is your heart rate watch? I want one that does the heart rate and counts how many calories you burn. Well, I mean, basically any heart rate monitor is going to do that for you. There are fancier ones, the GPS enabled ones. Um, but all it comes down to is tracking your heart rate and knowing what heart rate feels like what and all of that. Um, I don't really use a heart rate monitor anymore. Really, all I track is how long it takes me to do something and how I feel on that particular day, on that particular run, or whatever I'm doing. And but it was really useful for me to use a heart rate monitor for the first, I would say, year of starting intense exercise. Um, Now I just internally can check on myself and how I'm doing in the workout. But I did use this watch. It's the Nike Imara, I believe. And I got it at Costco for like 30 bucks. And it's a really cool watch. It'll just turn off after an hour of not using it. It has a timer. It tells you what you can plug in your weight, and it'll track your calories as you do your physical activity. It has um, an indigo light, and it's pretty cool. So check that one out. I'm sure you can find a deal on it online. It also came with the strap that goes around your chest over here, which is how it rates your heart rate, and it comes with the little disc-like batteries. So anyway, that is what I have to say about that. What are some foods that you like to have to fuel you when you go work out or go running? And what are some foods that you swear by that helped you with your weight loss? All right. Um, I really, really, really love bananas, especially before I go running, during running, or after running. It's just, I don't know, something about the carbohydrate ratio and also like the sugar content, especially ripe bananas. Ripe bananas that are on the verge of going bad. It tastes like candy. Number one. Number two, it's easily digestible for me. Um, I have a lot of problems with really sugary Gatorade type drinks um, or those goo gels or anything that's a meal replacement type thing. For some reason, my stomach is really sensitive to those things, and I have puked quite a few times while running and finding what works for me. Um, I have used Twizzlers or gummy bears while running, um, but I will say that the banana and watered down Gatorade kind of works for me. Um, well, yeah, I, the gummy bears do work as well. It gets kind of stuck in your teeth. So I'm gonna say banana for fuel. That's my number one. You'll find as you go along what works for you. It's just a lot of trial and error. And as for foods that I swear by that have helped me lose weight, I'm gonna say tomatoes. I can eat an entire tomato like it's a meal. Um, I just have a tomato sprinkled with a little bit of salt, and that's kind of satisfying for me. Also, I chew gum when I have bad sugar cravings, and for some reason that works as well. That's a tip that I've learned from watching The Biggest Loser. I mean, I've known that before, but reinforcement always works, um, or always helps. especially if it's gum flavored like fruit. And other types of foods, egg whites. Egg whites are really satisfying. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Does the extra skin hinder you when you run? Has it changed since you last addressed it in a video? Yes, it does. I mean, it crosses my mind, and as I'm running, I feel my stomach swinging from side to side. But you kind of learn to just deal with things, and it kind of like, once you get into the zone, you're not really thinking about your body. It used to really bother me when I was a lot heavier that I could feel myself jiggling in all these places, and I was extremely self conscious about it. But um, now it doesn't really bother me all that much. Finding the right exercise clothes really helps too, because if you find a pair of pants, exercise pants that really like suck you in, then you're not gonna feel as much jiggle as you would if you were wearing like really loose sweatpants. How have you stayed committed to your weight loss for so long? I don't really know. Um, I'm really interested in this subject. I've watched a lot of documentaries um, that I can't name off the top of my head um, on what makes a person who's successful at weight loss different from people who have tried and failed over and over again. Um, and in a lot of other places or times in my life, I have tried and failed before, but this time is different, and I don't really know why. I mean, of course, I have speculations and all of that. I mean, the reason why I started losing weight is a powerful motivator. I just, I was so incredibly overweight that it was a very real possibility that I would be dead in the next 5 years, 10 years, or if not dead, then very severely compromised in my health. And and at that point where I was that overweight, my father had died, and my aunt had died, both of varying complications from being overweight, and there's diabetes in my family, mental illness, and all sorts of ugly things that can be worsened by obesity. Um, there are a lot of studies where obesity just wrecks every part of your life, mental health, physical health, all of that. Um, and really being more aware of all of that stuff really helps as well. Um, a lot of the motivation comes from me just really wanting to be a healthy, well rounded, um, self motivated, um, just confident um, young person. I mean, I spent all of my childhood, and it was wasted. It was, those were supposed to be really good years, and it was wasted because of my obesity. And I had severe depression and anxiety. I had panic attacks. um I had problems breathing. I had leakage problems. um I had severe premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD. um and a lot of the problems that I had when I was really really overweight, I don't have anymore. Especially, I used to get bronchitis at least 3 or 4 times a year. Bronchitis. And one stint, I had bronchitis for 3 months. That's not normal. Um, so a lot of those things really, really motivate me. And sometimes it's out of fear, um, which is not really good, but I'm trying to learn how to be motivated by more positive things. Um, But fear is a powerful motivator. Um, I have a lot more to say on that, and maybe I'll make more videos on that. But that's what I'm gonna say for now.